Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are finally doing my Halloween clean and decorate with me. So I will admit I was very unmotivated to do this. I was excited to decorate, but once I got going, I was feeling so uninspired that it actually took me 2 days to get it done. And then the weeks after, it took me a long time to finally get to edit the footage. So that is why this video is coming out so close to Halloween. But I'm hoping that you still get a lot of cleaning motivation because we have a lot of cleaning to do before I can decorate, and then maybe it'll just get you in the holiday spirit for Halloween, because I know that with 2020, Halloween wasn't quite what everyone expected, and where I live, we almost had Halloween canceled, but I think it's back on. But anyways, so maybe you just couldn't get into the spirit of Halloween, so hopefully this will just give you a little bit of that as well. So just sit back and relax, get some motivation to clean, and get some Halloween spirit. So we're just starting out in the kitchen. I had to really clear off our kitchen table as usual, and then I have some cleaning up to do in the kitchen, the counters, some dishes, and things like that. Then we're going to move into the living room and tackle those things in there, and then I think that's when we're going to start decorating. So if you just need some motivation to get that kitchen cleaned up or get the toys cleaned up from the kids, just keep watching because you're going to get that motivation here right now. So I'm actually going to scrub my stove really quickly with my Norwex cleaning paste. I love this stuff. It works so well. I use it on my stovetop. I use it in my sink. And there's lots of other places you can use it. I just use it in these places, but it works so well. So I'm just going to use my Norwex cloth to scrub that. And I think I dry it all with my Norwex dish towel. Yeah, so I'm just wiping that down to shine it up, and then we're gonna hit the dishes. Alright, so I think I had mentioned in my last video that we got a new couch and everything. So this is it. This is our new setup in the living room. So if you remember, we had the really big sectional couch, and we still have that. It's just not in our house. We just have it in storage for now. It's a perfect basement couch, so when we get another house someday and we have a basement, that's what we're going to do with that. But this is the one that we have now, so the middle part actually folds down. And this is a new to us couch. We didn't buy it brand new. But then I have the 2 chairs on the side, and I just find we have so much more room down here now. And then we have the nice open baby area. And also, if you saw my last video, you know that we lost our German Shepherd Kovu, so we have taken down our baby gate that we had, so you would have seen that in a lot of my other videos, but we mainly had that to keep Kovu out of there because he'd chase the cat, and I was just scared that, you know, the baby would get trampled and all that stuff. But as you can see, Kalua is sitting on the couch. She does absolutely nothing, and we just don't need that gate up anymore. So, I mean, of course we miss Kovu so much, but it is nice to not have to have that up anymore, and we just have this big open space. So I really like this new setup. So this is Cohen's area here, and I've actually since rearranged this again. I change this up so often, just depending on what Cohen's up to and the things that we're using. So it is different now, and I'm sure I'm going to switch it up again, especially when I decorate for Christmas, because I think I really want to put our Christmas tree in front of the window. So I'm going to have to figure out a new thing here. So we'll probably do that together probably in a few weeks time, because I do like to decorate early for Christmas. So hopefully you'll see a video of that really soon. Alright, it's time to pull out all of my Halloween decor. So you're going to see that most of it, as you're seeing here, is Scentsy. So I absolutely love the Halloween warmers and that Scentsy comes out with, and that is how I really grew my collection of Halloween decor. I love ravens and skulls and just like spells and spooky things like that. So that's what most of my stuff is. And then the actual decor that I have, I'll kind of talk about each piece more as I decorate, but I have just been collecting these things over the years, and like I've gotten things at Value Village and the dollar store. Like there's not a whole lot of things that I've spent a lot of money on in terms of Halloween decorations, and that's what's nice about Halloween decorations. If you do like to decorate, Value Village is awesome because you can just find some old stuff and just turn it into Halloween decor. So I'll show you some ideas of that later on here. So let's just get all of this stuff organized on the table. Okay, so this next thing I'm pulling out of here, you can see I'm shaking it, and I was so sad, but it had like a little raven on a book or something. Anyways, it broke, so I'm trying to like just get it to land standing straight up, and I just couldn't get it, so I just said whatever. No one's really going to be looking at it that closely, so I still used it. Hopefully maybe at some point I'll figure out how to kind of take the top part off and maybe I can fix it. But anyways, here is all of the things I have to work with, and it takes me a while and a few tries, but I really like the outcome. So let's start decorating. Alright, so this corner ends up being my raven corner. I have this plate here that I got at HomeSense last year, I think it was, and I got this crow at Michael's this year. And I put this warmer here. It doesn't stay, you'll see in the end, but this is sort of the gist of that corner. And then this corner is more my skull corner. This one took me a little while to figure out. So you're going to see that a lot of my things don't end up staying there at the end montage of everything, but that's kind of like where I was struggling. I just wasn't getting the inspiration and figuring out what I was doing with things, so I kind of lost my inspo and I ended up finishing it up the next day. Some of it I didn't get footage of, but you'll see the final products. This here is a shade that I got at Michael's either last year or the year before. I think it might have been the year before, and it works better on like a cone shape shade, but what I do is I tie it around and then I just lift it up over the edge so it kind of drapes it, and that way it doesn't fall down either. And I have two Scentsy warmers here. One of them is like a glow in the dark one, which is cool, and then one has a purple light bulb inside. And then here is kind of just like my spooky house Halloween town inspired section. So I have my spooky house warmer and then my Jack the Skeleton warmer from Nightmare Before Christmas. I have my little Halloween countdown, and I do end up putting some plastic candlesticks there as well. And then here is underneath my TV on this shelf. This one took me a while, but I ended up really liking it. On the right side ended up being like a more glamorous type look, and then the right or the left was just kind of like spells and things. And you'll see that jar there that has like the white powder. The jar actually says like skull dust, and I just filled it with flour. One of my good friends gave me that idea a few years back, and I think it's so cool. So if you find those jars or even make your own jars with labels, it's really easy to fill them with things and make them look creepy. Alright, so remember when I said you can get some really cool old things at Value Village? It's been quite a few years now, but I got these wall candles. What are these called? I forget. But I got these at Value Village for like a couple bucks, and then I got some just old candlesticks. Like they have broke and they don't match, but it just makes everything look so creepy, like an old haunted house. And I'm just using command strips to hang them up so that, you know, it doesn't have to stay there. But it's such a cool, easy way. And I used to put cobwebs across them, but I don't have any cobwebs left because they just got so old. And then here I'm updating my tiered tray, and I have to admit it did not end up staying this way because, as you can see, Teo, he's eating the garland, and it just is a disaster now because the cats every night when we go to bed sit here and eat through all the garland, and it's all pulled out and it's all over the place, so I don't even have like a final montage of it. But so I have that garland, and then I have this little garland with little skulls on it, so I just kind of tucked it in just to make it look a little bit more spooky. And I took out the bottom tray. I had just some leaves, like a garland of leaves, so I actually put that in my wine crate. So here I end up putting it under here. So of course, here's Teo. I had to include this in here. He's my spooky cat. And of course, I do have a black cat, but he was actually behaving. But Teo likes to be the center of attention, so here he is until I finally shoo him off. And I think this might be my favorite section when it's all done. But I had the great idea to use my colored purple lights and put them inside the wine crate, and I also tucked in those leaves to just fill the space a little bit more where there weren't any wine bottles. And it just really looks so cool, especially at night, like you're going to see it here really soon. And then this area just kind of has some cats and ravens, and it was just kind of thrown together. It doesn't really have a theme, but it looks really, really nice. Now if you watched my fall decorate with me, you know that when I was decorating this corner for fall, I struggled. I worked on that for so long. This one, I went for a much more simplistic approach. I ended up taking those white pumpkins and putting them into the bathroom, and I kind of wanted this to be like the pumpkin patch. So I have two warmers here, Scentsy warmers. One's the black pumpkin, the other one is like a shade that looks like a bunch of pumpkins around. And then I have these little pictures, and there's actually batteries inside, and you turn them on and they light up. And like you can hang them on a wall. Like they're cheap. Like I don't even remember where they came from, but one has skulls that ends up in the bathroom. But I just kind of use this as a backdrop for my little pumpkin patch on the cutting board, and that's all I did for that corner. And I really liked the way that turned out, especially when it's dark and all the lights are off. And then I also have one little warmer that's a really colorful warmer that is really not my Halloween style, but it's just an old Scentsy warmer that I had, so I did include it in the kitchen here. So I'm replacing my cow warmer with this little cute pumpkin, and it just does bring some nice color to the kitchen and just kind of fills that little space. So he just kind of goes, or she, I don't know. It's supposed to be a witch, I guess, so maybe it's a she. I guess boys can be witches too, but anyway, so that is what I did in there. And then I'm just going to do the bathroom really super quick with one mini warmer and then that other light in those pumpkins, and then that's going to be everything, and then you're going to see the final look. So let me know what you think. Did this video give you some motivation to be excited for Halloween? Are you just here just to see everything, or have you even decorated for Halloween this year? Did you bother? I really want to know. Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'd love to have you hang out with us, so let me know what you think.